Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the video lecture of Control System Engineering. Okay. Module number 2, block diagram reduction. Okay. So till our previous class, okay, we have covered block diagram representation, block diagram algebra, part 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here today we will start to solve the problems. Okay. From now onwards. Okay. But before solving any problem related to the block diagram reduction, with this our half of the module will be over. Okay. So let me make it more clear with respect to the syllabus. We are nowhere going out of the syllabus. Okay. All the contents are with respect to the syllabus only. Okay. So here today's topic is all about block diagram reduction. Okay. So before going to start these block diagram reduction rules, okay, whatever we have studied in the previous class about our series connection, parallel connection, okay, shifting of summing points after the block, before the block, and shifting of the takeoff points after the block and before the block. Okay, so these things we have studied in our previous lecture. Okay, so today what we will see here is some of the rules. Okay, after studying all the concepts of block diagram, okay, now we will study the rule. Okay, there are some rules in the block diagram, few rules you can say, for simplification you can call, or you can call it as reducing the block diagram. Okay, which is having many blocks. Now here the problem will be of not one block, two block, it can be many block, it can be many transfer function blocks. Okay, or it can be many summation, many takeoff points, it can be any problem. Okay, we'll see one by one. Okay, so that is why we can see here what are the rules. Says that there are some rules used for this reducing the block diagram, okay, which may have many blocks, many summing points, and many takeoff points. These are the three basic elements of block diagram. Okay, blocks, summing points, and takeoff points. Okay, now what rules we need to follow before going for solving the problems? Okay, few of you have posted in the feedback that try to solve the more problems. Okay, problems can be only solved if we know the rules. Okay, so therefore there are total 6 rules with respect to the block diagram. Okay, so let us check it one by one. So what is rule number 1? So what we need to see in rule number 1, that check for the blocks connected in series. Okay, you need to check the blocks whether they are connected in series in the sense one after the another. If the blocks are in series, what you need to do? Go for simplification. Okay, that is rule number 1. What is rule number 2 says? Check for the blocks, any blocks if you have connected in parallel. Okay, if they are in parallel, go for simplification. Okay, try to go for simplification. Right, this we have studied in detail, right? Series connection and parallel connection. Then after series and parallel, we have seen about the feedback connections. Okay, check for the blocks connected in feedback loop. If they are in feedback, go for simplification. Okay, so these three are very simple to solve any problem. Okay, these all things are related to our previous lectures. Then what is the rule number 4 says? Now rule number 4, 5 are very important. Okay, so what rule number 4 says, that if there is difficulty with the takeoff point while simplifying, okay, sometimes while solving the problems we may see some of the takeoff points are available. Okay, shift it towards the right. Okay, if you have any takeoff points, see here, shifting towards the right side is more important. Okay, because in takeoff points we have two topics: shifting the takeoff points after the block, before the block. Okay, what the rule says? Okay, rule says that if there is difficulty, okay, if there is difficulty to take off the points while simplification, shift it towards the right side. Okay, once we solve the problem, you can feel more easy. Then what is rule number 5? If you are finding any difficulty with the summing points while simplification, okay, shift it towards the left. So remember, always blocks in series, go for multiplication. Blocks in parallel, go for addition. Okay, try to solve the feedback. Okay, if you have any takeoff points, try to shift it towards the right side. Make it as possible as your takeoff points towards the right side, as possible as, I repeat. Okay, it should be as possible as. Then if you have a summing point, So make it towards the left side. Okay. Now the question here is why I should shift it to the right side. First question. Okay. Now the another question here is why I should go for shifting your summing points towards the left side. This is the question mark and this is the question mark here. Okay. The problem here is I will share you one slide of my class. Okay. Just try to check in this control system diagram. Okay. I've shared here. If you look at this diagram, yes, this diagram, not this diagram, just a minute. Because in what is happening in the control system is I will show you one diagram. Okay. In that particular diagram, okay, we have one this diagram. If you look at this diagram has input R of S, C of S. Okay, we have summing point, takeoff point, transfer function blocks, and a feedback. Okay, just look at this diagram. Always we have a takeoff point at the output side. That is what the rule want to say. Your takeoff point should be shifted towards the right side. Where? Here, towards the right side always. And your summing points, it should be shifted always on the left side. Okay. So it is with respect to this diagram. Why we should go for this? Just to make it more clear that always it should be either on the either side. Okay. Now coming to the main discussion. Okay. It says that, okay, what it says, the rules are visible, right? Anyone can reply. Okay, any one of you can reply. These rules are visible.
No, sir.
No, sir. The screen.
Okay.
No, sir.
Screen is not visible, sir.
Screen is not visible, sir.
Now it is visible.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So why I have shown that figure is just to give a justification to rule number 4 and rule number 5, and you can repeat the rule number or all the rules 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 till you get a single block. Okay. So rule 4 and 5 are important. Make your takeoff point as possible as towards the right side, and make your summing point as possible as towards the left side, and go on reducing, and reducing. Now let us go with the some examples of this diagram. Can you see this example? See, it is how huge it is, right? How huge it is. That is what some of you have posted in the feedback. Try to solve more problems, right? So now what we have 6 rules. Okay. What rules we have? Blocks in series, blocks in parallel. Do we have any kind of a feedback? Okay. Do we have any takeoff points? Do we have any kind of a summing point? Can anybody tell? Okay, you can just mute it. Okay, because this problem takes a huge time to solve. Okay. Now tell me which blocks are in series. Okay. Which blocks are in series?
G1, G2 are in
G2
series.
Okay.
series.
Okay. Now you can see here G1 and G2 are in series. Okay.
Series.
And how many summing points I have? 4.
4.
Right?
Yes, sir.
4 summing points. How many takeoff points I have?
3.
Yeah.
Sorry, 4.
I have only 3 takeoff points.
3.
3, right? So let me make you let us give the numbers here. Okay. So this is one summing point. I will write here. Okay. One summing point. Okay. This is my second summing point, so that it will be more clear. Okay. Then I have one more summing point here. I will write it as 3s. Okay. Then I have last summing point called as 4s. So this is 4 summing points. Let us go for finding the takeoff points. I have one point here. Okay. I will write 1 T. Okay. T belongs to takeoff point. Okay. I have another here takeoff point. It is called as 2 T2. Okay. And I have a last takeoff point here. It is called as 3T. So I have represented all the summing points, all the takeoff points. Okay. Let us go for the feedback now. How many feedbacks I have? Okay. I will write here as 1F. This is first feedback. Okay, you can see 1f which is respect to h1. Okay, I have 2 second feedback which is with respect to h2. Okay, I have 3 feedback, third feedback which is with h3. I have a very small feedback here. Okay, it cannot be feedback, sorry, it cannot be a feedback. Okay, so feedback is one where it is from output to input. Always try to remember this. Okay, so therefore this 1f is starting from this point to this point. Okay, 2f is from this point to this point, and your 3f is from yfs to this summing point. But you cannot tell that from this takeoff point to this summing point it is a feedback. No, it is not a feedback. Okay, this summing point, for this summing point these two blocks are in parallel. Okay, now let us go for again representation. Okay, where is series connection? Okay, so for series connection, this G1 and G2 are series. Okay, I will write here as series. Okay, this is series connection. Now where is parallel? I will write here. It is sorry, it is parallel. P-A-R-E. It is parallel. I will write in short because small space. Let us. Okay, it is P. P represents your parallel. Okay, so this is I have given the notation. So here I will write input. Okay, because RF is input and Y of is nothing but your output. Fine. Okay, so RFS is nothing but your output. So this is the structure. So always remember, before solving any problem related to this block diagram reduction, this type or such problems will appear in the question paper. So do not rush to apply the rules. Okay, do not rush to apply the rules, all the 6 rules. So all the 6 rules, before applying you should know each and every detail of the figure. That is what I have shown you. Just to make you more simple, I have written like this. Okay, so आपको observe करना है कौन सा series में है, कौन सा parallel में रहेगा. Okay, how many feedbacks, how many summations, and how many takeoff points. Okay, now after that you should come to your block diagram, sorry, rules. Okay, so rules says that rule number 4 and 5, always takeoff point should be at the left side. It means towards the y of side, and always your summation points should be towards the r of side. Okay, that is what they are representing here. Okay, then once you find this mechanism, or once you find all the observation, or once you observe all these notations, what you should do here is apply all the rules one after the another. I'll just clear this all the notations. Fine. Okay, now let us apply. Okay, what I will do here, apply rule number 1. What the rule number 1 says. Okay, sir, why there is not 40? 40 is nothing. Why there is not? It can be right. Where is the fourth? There is no 40 here. Okay, because I have one takeoff point, I have second takeoff point, and I have third. Okay, I have one more takeoff point. Sorry, there is another takeoff point here. Okay, sorry. So there are total 4 takeoff points. Sorry for that. So there are total 4 takeoff points. Okay, so once we go in detail, we can see, we can check them. Okay, now let us apply the rule. So what the rule says here, rule 1, step number 1 is apply the rule. Use rule number 1 where you should apply the rule number 1. G1 and G2 are in series. That is what they are telling rule number 1. Again, I am showing it again and again. Just check rule number 1 says. What says? Check for the blocks connected in series and try to simplify. Okay, we need to simplify. Okay, fine. Just check where it is. Okay, G1 and G2 are in series. Okay, then what observation we can have? Apply rule number 2. See that where the parallels are. G3 and G4 are parallel. Okay, so once you know that these two are in series and these two are in parallel, you should simplify. Okay, simplify means what you have to do. in the previous lecture I have told that if the blocks are in series, you multiply. If the blocks are in parallel, you should add. So that we will do. I will just show you that figure, the modified figure of the given problem. Okay. So here is the new block. So you should draw it again, once again in the exam also. Okay. So now you can see what you can see here. G1 and G2 are with only one block. एक ही block में मैंने लिखा है G1 and G2. And what about G3 and G4? वो भी मैंने एक ही block में लिखा है. Right now you can see both the diagrams are completely changed. They will give the same result. Okay. The problem here is they are different. Okay. You can see G1 and G2 I have clubbed. G4 and G3 I have clubbed and I have drawn it as a single. Okay. So I have applied rule number 1 for series and rule number 2 for parallel. Now let us go for the next rule. Okay. What is the next rule says now? Okay. Now let me make it more clear once more. It is not always, try to listen very carefully. It is not always that the rule should be followed step by step. It is not always that rule should be followed step by step. Why? Because now see to this figure, I will just make it a single window. Okay. Single page. Okay. Try to see this figure. In this figure, we have changed to series and parallel. Now here is the takeoff point. Okay. Here is one more takeoff point and here is one feedback. Now here, if you carefully observe, okay, if you carefully observe, the block of G3 plus G4 and G5 are in series. Okay. Just assumption I'm telling. They are in series. But what is the hurdle in between these two blocks? The problem in these two blocks is nothing but this takeoff point. The problem between G3 plus G4 and G5 is this takeoff point. So therefore, it is necessary that I should shift my takeoff point. Okay. I should change my takeoff point from this point to this point. So मुझको change करना पड़ेगा. Okay. Now where I am going? I am going towards the left side. Am I right? What the rule number 4 says that the takeoff, if you are finding to simplify, right? I am not able to simplify these two blocks which are in series. It is becoming a bit difficult. So what I should do? I should shift my takeoff point from this point towards the left side. That is what the rule says. If you try to have the rule say what is said towards the right side. ठीक है. तो मैं अभी उसको क्या करूंगा? Right side पे shift कर दिया. Here you can see. Okay. What I have done? I have just shown you the mark which is shifted towards the right side. Less. Fine. Now let us see what changes we can find in the diagram. Okay. So step number 2 says that the rule 3 for the block G1 and G2 and H1. Okay. Now then use rule number 4, that is takeoff point after the block G5, then try to modify. Now here the question, small modification here is these two are in series. Okay. Then what about what about this part? If you look at this part here, what I am trying to encircle, the part says that there is a small feedback, right? There is a small feedback. Now for this feedback, we have a standard point of derivation says that the transfer function is equal to, okay, how it is written, okay, how to write the standard transfer function. Okay, standard transfer function can be written if this condition gets satisfied. What is this condition for the standard transfer function? It should have one block of G, one block of H, one summing point and one takeoff point, or simply you can call as a feedback. I repeat, for a to write the equation for a standard transfer function, I should have one block of G, one block of H, one block of summing point and one block of takeoff point. So if you have this much, a minimum, then you can write the transfer function here as, I will just show you how to write. That is transfer function TF is equal to, okay, G of S, okay, divided by 1 plus, okay, G of S multiplied by H of S. ऐसे लिखना पड़ेगा आपको, like this. Here you can write in this fashion. So therefore, now let us apply step number 2, that from the observation, this is a feedback, small feedback we have, okay, and this takeoff point should be shifted to y of s. Now you may ask me one more question here, that why cannot we, there is a feedback, right? This is H3 is feedback with G block, but why cannot simplify? The problem is nothing but there is a takeoff point. There are 2 blocks of G. There should be only 1 block of G. What I have told, that एक block of G आपके पास में रहना है minimum. Then only you can solve the feedback. Else you cannot do. So let us see. After applying this step number 2, so what changes we got? Okay. So what changes I got? I have shifted my takeoff point so that this can be made in series. But what is the rule says? Now rule क्या बताता है आपका? If you are shifting the takeoff point, try to listen me very carefully. If you are shifting your takeoff point after the block, am I right? In my previous lecture you can see shifting of takeoff point after the block. आपको क्या करना है? If you do shifting operation, then you should write 1 divided by the transfer function block. Okay, so that is why here you can see what modifications are done to the diagram are here. H of 3 is as it is. I have shifted the summing takeoff point to y of s, but what is the change in the H2? It is not H2. ये जो ब्लॉक के बाद में जब आप शिफ्ट करेंगे उसको क्या लिखना है? 1 divided by transfer function block. Transfer function is nothing but G5, right? So here it is H2 multiplied by 1 by G of s. So that is why they have written as H2 divided by H2 divided by G5. So that is what it is here, H2, here it is H2 divided by G of I. So understood how this is? तो जब भी I repeat, जब भी आप take off point ब्लॉक के बाद में शिफ्ट करेंगे तो आपको टेक ऑफ पॉइंट में क्या करना है? एक ब्लॉक ऐड करना है, दैट इज 1 डिवाइडेड बाय G5. सो इसीलिए वो H2 डिवाइडेड बाय G5 हो जाएगा. ओके, नाउ दिस इज सॉल्व्ड. नाउ व्हाट आई शुड सॉल्व नाउ? I should solve this small transfer function, this. So what is the transfer function? Says that transfer function TF was equal to, general expression I am writing, the block of G should be G of S, it should be divided by 1 plus a block of G of S, okay, and it should be multiplied with a block of H. ठीक है, चलो अब इसको इक्वेशन में लिखते हैं. So how to write the equation for this is, you can see and compare. पहले मुझे क्या लिखना है? G of S. So here what is G of S? Here G of S is nothing but what? G1 G2. इसीलिए वो ट्रांसफर फंक्शन में क्या लिखे हैं? G1 G2 divided by 1 as it is. What about G? Again it is G1 G2. Okay, multiplied by only H. So they have written as H1. So this is how we write the transfer function for the given block diagram. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me now only. Okay, because it is a bit big. Okay. Any questions? Hello. No questions. Okay. So this is step number 2. So this is my modified block diagram. Now check for, again, apply all the rules. What is the rule number 1? Is there any series blocks? Yes, I do have a series blocks. Just go for it. Okay, that is G3 plus G4 is in series with G5. That is why I will make a small change and modify the diagram. Here you can see G3 plus G4 is being multiplied because they are in series. I should multiply with this block. So therefore this block becomes only one block. Okay, then check again, apply all the rules for the modified diagram. So in the modified diagram, I have only feedbacks left. Okay, you can see 1 1 summations are getting reduced. So what is the observation here? 10 minutes are remaining. Okay, what are the observations? Observation is one feedback is remaining. Okay, one summation, two summation, two transfer function block, and one feedback block. Okay, let us try to reduce, apply rule number one. Rule number one is blocks are in series. We don't have any blocks in series. If we have, but there is a problem that there is a summing point, so I should remove this summing point. Fine. So rule number one is not applied. What is rule number two? Blocks are in parallel. There are no blocks are in parallel. So therefore, rule number two is not applied. What is rule number three? Rule number three is check for any kind of feedback. Yes, I do have feedback. So where is the feedback? Feedback is first feedback, and this is second feedback. You can see the arrow mark is going towards the summing point. Then you can represent it as a feedback. Okay. So let us see small feedback, this feedback. So what the feedback says, the normal feedback operation transfer function says that it is the ratio of g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So I should remove this feedback, then make it one block. So how this is, it is here. So what is the general expression for feedback? It is g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So what is g of s? This whole block. So I have written in the numerator, divided by 1 plus g of s. So 1 I have written as it is, plus g of s means the whole block of g of s, I have kept it as it is, into h of s. So here h represents your h3. So that is why the reason I have written here as h3. So I got one complete block. Okay. So this is my modified diagram for step number 4. Now again apply all the rules. Check for all the rules. What is the rule number 1 says? Do we have any kind of a series connection? Yes. These two blocks are in series, right? So these two blocks are in series. So what I should do? I should simply multiply, right? Let us multiply. So after multiplication of these two blocks, I get this. Okay. Multiplication. दोनों blocks को multiply करने के बाद क्या आएगा? How to multiply? G1, G2, G5. Kept it. I have kept here. Okay. G1, G2 and G5 I have kept here. Then what about next? G3 plus G4 is as it is. No change in G3 plus G4. Whole divided by. Whole divided by, you just multiply these two brackets. How to multiply? 1 plus G1, G2, H1. Okay. Keep it here. It's not coming. Then the second block is 1 plus G3 plus G4, G5 and H3 I have kept here. Okay. So what is my new modified diagram? The new modified diagram is this. Now apply again all the rules. What all the rules says? Check for any series connection. I don't have any series connection. Check for parallel. I don't have any parallel. Third is check for any takeoff points. I don't have any takeoff points because it is almost output. Check for any summation. Yes, I do have summation. Okay, but check for the feedback. Any feedback is available. Yes, there is a feedback. Where is that feedback? It is here. The whole diagram itself is nothing but it's a feedback. So always remember for the feedback, we have a transfer function represented by TF is equal to, it is G of S, general expression. Okay, G of S divided by G of S, 1 plus G of S multiplied by the H block answer. Okay, so it is H of S. So therefore what we need to do is we need to combine these together. So first write the whole G of S divided by plus 1 this block, again H block. I will show you that figure also. I will just clear this. Okay, then check for this, the last answer. What is the last answer? G of S block. You can see where is my G of S, this block. Okay, this block multiplied by, divided by the whole block. Here it is 1 plus G block included with the H block also. The thing is you need to open the bracket, solve the bracket and keep the bracket. Okay, so I have only one block which is left after reduction. So this block represents my transfer function, which is nothing but y of s divided by r of s is equal to this answer, that is g1 g2 g5 square. How you got this g5 square? I'll just show you how you will get this. G5 is nothing but this G5 will come into the numerator, because already I have a G5 in the numerator. So G5 multiplied by G5, it becomes G5 square. So G1 G2 G5 square multiplied by G3 plus G4. That is what you got the answer in the numerator. Okay, how to find the denominator? This is again very simple. Already you have this, right? You should multiply. So 1 will be as it is plus the whole block of G plus multiplied by G2 into G5. So if you do that, you will get the answer. Okay, so this is how we need to follow all the steps of the transfer function just to reduce the whole complete answer. Okay, so that is why in order to get any transfer function for any block diagram, you need to follow all the 6 steps, just that it should be reduced at the last. Okay, so with this I will stop our today's lecture.